Yo, what's good, man? What's up, everybody? It is your boy Ray, and this is another segment of Ray's podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody that's tuning into this video. And if you can get a chance, I'm on Instagram every day with posts all the time at Ray's podcast. Same thing as the name as well. And on Twitter as well. Follow me too at Ray's podcast. And since you're listening, down below, like the video and subscribe to my page, and please tell a friend to tell a friend. The NBA season has been crazy. It's been a lot going on. It's been wicked out here. We've been seeing teams that we thought that was going to make it a series, get a gentleman's sweep. We thought people was going to finally get over the hump. They couldn't do it due to injuries. Some teams lost. It is what it is. It's playoff times. This is what you need to be worried. You want that championship? Blood, sweat, and tears. It all falls on the line. But we're about to get right into it because the game is about to start tonight, and I know y'all want to hear what I got to say. So what it is and what it ain't, if you don't like what I got to say, join the debate. First of all, we're going to cap it off talking about the Golden State Warriors versus the Portland TrailBlazers. Personally, I thought the series was going to go to 5. I at least thought Damian Lillard and the boys was going to get one. Thought they was going to get one at least. Thought they was going to get one at the crib. But they had plenty of chances to close out against Golden State, and they couldn't do it. They was up by 17 3 times. More than, 15 plus, we're just going to say that because sometimes they was up by like 18. So they were 15 plus 3 games in a row and blew it 3 games in a row. The Warriors became the first team to ever do that in the postseason, down 15 plus, and to win 3 straight games. Nobody has ever did that in the playoffs. That's very amazing. But it's just like how Damian Lillard said in his sit down, when he had with ESPN. He said that, you could be up against the Warriors. You could feel like that you're up by 12. You could feel really good, and they could just hit 4 or 5 shots, and just like that, you could be up by 12 with 2 minutes left, and just like that, they can just turn it around. And that's what the Warriors do. They hit threes. Stephen Curry changed the game of basketball, and so is, Clay is in there too, the Splash Brothers, and the Warriors are a great team. But what's funny about it is the Warriors did not have Kevin Durant or Iggy. Now, KD, we all knew that he was not going to play in this series. That shouldn't have changed anything because the Warriors are still the Warriors, and they got Bogut back. They might not have Harrison Barnes from that team and all the other players that was coming off the bench from the 2014 and 15 season, but they still have their main core. Now, Iggy, who won Finals MVP in 2014-15 season without Kevin Durant here, that's what I'm all talking about, he got hurt and did not play Game 3. He exited Game 3 real early, and the Warriors still some way, somehow, found a way how to come back and do it. Stephen Curry. We're going to get on to talking about Stephen Curry. And then in Game 4, Iggy didn't play at all, and they still was able to win the game against the Blazers. This was the Blazers' chance. They beat, let's go back to last year with the Blazers. They got swept. They was favored to beat the Pelicans. The Pelicans beat them 4-0. Beat them 4-0, right? Dame said he went through the summer, he went through the whole year. He always felt like he had approval, obviously, because nobody don't believe in the Trailblazers. But, he felt that pain. CJ McCollum, Jennifer told him, the tweet saying that win a playoff series. He said, I'm trying, Jennifer. They had a lot to prove, and they wanted to show people that they were the real deal. And Nurkic, their big man was out. Big man was out, and nobody didn't believe him. I didn't think there was going to be Oklahoma City. I personally didn't think that was going to happen, but they did. They beat OKC. Then they played against Denver, who was a team was scary all year. Debatable, supposed to be number 1. They was going back and forth for Golden State. So Golden State finally, turned up to the end of the season and was like, this is my time. DeMarcus Cousins ended up getting that 28 to 30 points, and it was like, where is Jokic? And that's when the Warriors dominated the Nuggets, and they got the first place. But the Nuggets, top team all year, Jamal Murray, 22 years old, very good point guard, is going to be nice down the line. The Nuggets is going to be a scary team, but like always, now next year, I will believe in the Nuggets. If they come out next year and be consistent, do the same thing, they got 1 year in. They know what they're feeling like to be in the playoffs. They've been in 2 Game 7s. They won 1, they lost 1. Now next year, if they'd be the same way, and Michael Porter Jr., blah, 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 maybe we could take the Nuggets serious. But the Blazers was able to take out the top dog. They was able to beat a top dog. Now, my last segment, I told you guys to watch out for Russell Westbrook, that his hand, because Alex Caruso, when he got that 20-20-20, for Nipsey Hussle against the Lakers, his hand was hurt because Caruso hit his hand right going into halftime. Then it came out to be a report that he had to get surgery. And same thing with Paul George's shoulder as well. He couldn't even get his shoulder up, but he still fought through and tried to do what he could do. But it was not enough. The Blazers did his thing, and Dame, bye-bye. So they was able to beat a team who was hurt. Blazers played against a top dog, won rightfully in Game 7. Dame didn't really do good, but it doesn't matter. You're going to have bad games being a basketball player. You're not going to always play great. You got to have your team step up, and that's exactly what they did. And now they was able to play the Warriors. People thought they was going to beat the Warriors Game 1. They thought it was going to happen. And there were people saying that Damian Lillard was better than Stephen Curry just because of, his playoff run and how he was doing in the first 2 series. Now, don't get it twisted. It is Stephen Curry. He changed the game of basketball. Yes, Damian Lillard's hitting them, 30-footers, hitting far threes and got a better percentage than Curry. Well, before this series, he had a better percentage. They call him Logo Lillard. He's out there shooting them good threes. But don't get it twisted. It's Stephen Curry. Curry might not be going crazy like how he was before Kevin Durant got there, but he's a threat just because his presence on the floor. Like, he doesn't have to score that much. But now, it's no KD, all them. Now he can go back doing his thing. And like, I'm the man, I'm the man. And as we saw what he did in this series, averaged 36.5 points in the playoffs. Now he has to show up in the finals. We all know. I've been saying Curry does show up 1, 2, 3, but when it's fourth in the finals, he don't ever show up. So now we're going to see right now he has a lot to prove, and he's trying to get that MVP. 36 points, 36.5 points, 7.3 assists, 8.3 rebounds, 47% from the field, and 42.5 from the three. Good Lord. His streak came to an end too, most consecutive free throws, and Game 4, he missed his free throw as well in the fourth quarter when the last time he missed a free throw was 2015 NBA Finals. But him and Draymond Green both had a triple-double. First teammates to ever do it in the postseason. History. Nothing new. Came back 3 times. Both players, both players got triple-double. History. 5th consecutive NBA Finals. We all know LeBron went 8 straight years, but 5th consecutive years. Doing their thing. The Warriors, the dubs, are getting the dubs. And we saw Stephen Curry show what it's about. Like, remember me. I'm that guy. Chill out. And another thing, Draymond Green. Draymond, if you are a real hooper, Draymond Green is a great basketball player. He is. He is a great basketball player. I don't know why everybody think you have to score all the points, like, just to be the man. It's the little things that matter. The little things that matter. And he's a great leader. He's their emotional player. He gets texts, He does a lot for the team. He can't do bonehead plays. He got that, that technical that cost him the NBA Finals, The whole series shifted around. But don't get it twisted. It's Draymond Green. He's a great basketball player. He was a great college player with Michigan State. They lost to Carolina. And he was fortunate to go to the Golden State Warriors. And he's doing his thing. Great. Draymond could be that. And they're going to pay him. They're going to pay Draymond Green. They better. And they better play Clay too. Clay from the Bay. Clay is that guy. Quinn Cook stepping up. Jarekbo stepping up. McKinley stepping up. The Warriors got pieces, and the Warriors looking good. And that goes rolling over to, my early prediction saying the Raptors and the Warriors. Now, I got the Warriors in the NBA Finals, but this next one is going to be tough because we all know the Raptors are in a tough one. And no disrespect to the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks are scary, which we knew all year, but I feel like it's their first year in the playoffs, and they got to show me. They got to show me, and that's what's going on. Obviously, I'm going to give you my pick for the night, but I'm going to also give you some trends because I'm fighting with something that's not really going my way right now. Now, meaning for with the Bucks, but I'm going to get there. Damian Lillard, let's get on Dame. I always talk about how Dame got to step up. I want to go back to Dame because when they were saying that he was better than Stephen Curry, just because he was doing this shit. Don't get me wrong. Where was Dame last year against the Pelicans? Ghost. Ghost. Nowhere to be found. Now, against Russ, Dame did his thing. Now, against Denver, Dame did his thing. Except for Game 7, but it's all right. He hit some big threes, though. Dame did his thing. Against the Warriors, Game 1. Game 1, you finally playing against the Warriors. You feel like, from the podcast with Kevin Durant and CJ McCollum, CJ was saying he feel like they could win a championship, get the pieces. It was always beef. KD said, like, y'all not going to win. Y'all not that good. Who are the Blazers? They was going back and forth, right? It was his time, right? It was his time. It's been Dame time, right? Game 1. Conference Finals. 4 for 12, 19 points. They lost by 22. Damian Lillard has to play better. Now, okay, game 1, fine. You're coming up to game 7. You're still tired. You know, you might it's rolling over from the last game, your performance, and you're tired. You didn't have enough time to rest. Cool. I give you that. Game 3, which was a big game. Now, game 2, I mean, he was doing his thing, but game 1 was their chance. Game 1 was their chance to me. To punch him in the face, to open the series up early, let y'all know that we not playing no games. Game 3, 5 for 18. 19 points again. Yeah, the 19's cool, but 5 for 18 is not good. And if you really watch the game, you know that like it wasn't really that good. Yeah, 19 points is cool, but they lost by 11. And they was leading. They were leading that game. They were winning that game. Blew the lead. But the Blazers, you had a good season. Damian Lillard had a good season. It was a lot of exciting moments. CJ McCollum, we all know CJ's the real deal, and his stock rising up early. Damian Lillard might get paid the Supermax deal, the $190 million contract, which is great for him. Hopefully the TrailBlazers can get a 3. That's why I feel like they're lacking that for next season. But if you're still here, thank you. Because now we about to talk about the game for the night. The Milwaukee Bucks. The Toronto Raptors. I knew that this was going to be the best series. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the only one. I mean, I figured you guys would as well. The Bucks, game 1, the Raptors had a chance. They was leading the whole time. They was punching the Bucks in the face. They was not carrying over. No slump from game 7 from Kawhi Leonard, hitting the buzzer beater, falling away, skyrocket, carrying that momentum. You had a chance, the Raptors. You had a chance. And they blew the lead, and they lost the game. Kyle Lowry, 30 points, 7 from 9 from the 3. We always know Kyle Lowry don't step up in the playoffs. He was there. He was doing his thing. Kawhi Leonard looked like he was gassed. He was tired. Kyle Lowry was hooping. But Antetokounmpo on the boys. Brook Lopez, baby. Brook Lopez played amazing. Brook Lopez, 29 points, 11 rebounds. He was shooting them threes. He was missing. Then when he finally caught that fire, it was cash out. Of course, Giannis is going to be Giannis. Brogdon was doing his thing as well. But Brook Lopez was the big. Eric Bledsoe had 0 points in the first half. Bled, you got to play better. That's another thing. Bled has to show me that he can lead a team to the NBA Finals. I understand that he's not the main point, but he is the point guard. He is the point guard. And that's another thing to watch out for him tonight, game 4. If Eric Bledsoe played good tonight, the Raptors might pick. We might really be in trouble. We might really be in trouble. But game 2. The Bucks blew out the Raptors. Siakam was in foul trouble. He could never get in the mix of the game. He played less minutes, probably like 24 to 26 minutes. It was never there. The Bucks roll over, and the bench was playing great. Brogdon was playing great. Ilyasova had 17 points. George Hill, 13 points. Brogdon, 14 points. It's all off the bench. And then you had Giannis, 30 and 17. That was crazy. You got the bench stepping up. You got your starters playing good. You can't beat that. Home cooking. Bucks go up 2-0. Looking crazy. Game 3, right? Game 3. Giannis was getting clamped up by Kawhi Leonard. I don't know why they don't have Kawhi guarding him in the first place. Like, you got to have the best defender on the best player on the court. For real. Giannis is unstoppable. Siakam is a good defender, but Kawhi figured out a way to slow him down. You know, Giannis had his worst performances that we've seen in a while, but he had 23 rebounds, though. Cappy, 23 rebounds, which is crazy, though. I mean, that's life for him, though. That's what he's going to do. Kyle Lowry fouled out in the 4th quarter. It went into double overtime. Powell, Norman, off the bench for the Raptors. You know, they made some changes because Danny Green is not cutting it. So they had to get somebody off the bench. They got a bench. You know, they got players on the bench. Let's not forget Norman Powell did his thing last year and the year before with the Raptors. You know, they just lost LeBron, Cleveland Cavaliers, but I'm not even going to get into that. They had pieces on the bench. They just need to use them. If Danny Green's not playing good, get him up out of here. That's my guy, UNC man. But he's not playing good. Gasol. He has to play better as well. Another person that has to play better. Game 3, though, Kyle Lowry fouled out 4th quarter. Norman Powell fouled out the first overtime. You know, Siakam really should have made the free throws and would have never went to overtime in the first place, but he missed the free throw. Ended up going into overtime. Win another overtime. Second overtime, Giannis fouls out. When Giannis fouls out, we all know. We all thought that it was in the bag for the Raptors. But the Bucks took the lead without Giannis in the game. They took the lead. But the Raptors figured out a way. Kawhi Leonard does his thing. You know, home cooking at home cooking. Raptors get one for the crowd. 2-1. So this is what's going on for my prediction tonight. You know, it's carrying over right now. You know, this is something that's very interesting. I'm playing with fire. Gotta get the book for this one. The Bucks have the best record ever in NBA history. NBA history after a loss. The best. They're the #1 team out of any team to ever play in the NBA. After a loss, they're 22-1. That's tough. 22-1. They only lost one time, like back to back. 22-1. That's crazy, right? Second team was the Los Angeles Lakers, 1986 and 1987 team, which that's the team that won the NBA championship. Won the NBA championship. Crazy, right? Crazy stat. But I'm not switching up my pick. First and foremost, I want to go back because, you know, you might not have remembered, but I'll say this. In the beginning of the season, I had the Raptors versus the Celtics in this conference finals, and I had the Raptors versus the Warriors. So I'm still sticking with my pick tonight. I feel like Kyle Lowry was on the bench. He had enough time to rest. I feel like the Bucks was trying their hard to win that game to go up 3-0. Yes, they do have the best record in NBA history after a loss, but I'm never going to switch up on my pick. I never do that. I always have to ride along. I have the Warriors 3-peating, but I got the Raptors versus the Warriors. So tonight, I have the Raptors winning at home and tying up this series, going 2-2 back to Milwaukee. I got to go with my picks, man. I got to stay with my prediction. I can't ever switch up. I would never, ever switch up. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have to accept it, and that is life. That is life. So I got the Raptors tonight. And I don't even care about the Bucks having the best record ever in NBA history. I got the Raptors tonight at home. Gotta play defense. Danny Green has to show up. But if Eric Bledsoe steps up tonight, Raptors might be in trouble. Because that's all they need. Or Middleton. They need one of them step up. One of those starters have to play. Middleton has to play like an all-star. Or not Larry, I'm tripping. Bledsoe has to play like the point guard that he is, that we know. If one of those people step up, it's going to be in trouble. Got to give Kawhi some help, and Kawhi is hurt. Got to give him some help. So I appreciate y'all, you know, tuning into the video today. Really short segment. This is how it's going to be now. You know, I'm really about to get my setup, so we about to be cool. But I really appreciate everybody watching this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend, you know, what it is and what it ain't. If you don't like what I got to say, down below or at Ray's Podcast on Instagram. Join the debate. Copy.